So the third of 3 units is here for Identity, man. I've reacted to all of them. This is like, I've been trying to think what other groups have I been checking out since debut that I've just been fully checking out every time, because I've listened to every album of them on the channel. I've listened to obviously all their title tracks and been doing some bonus stuff on the Patreon for them in their last comeback, and definitely will continue to this comeback. I just saw that already Insong, the ID21 has already gone on Limujin service, and I just saw that while preparing for this today, so I'll definitely be checking that out on the Patreon very, very soon. But I've been so excited to get to this, but unfortunately it's called Kids Return. It's kind of a return for me because I had to take more time off recently from doing reactions because of car problems, and I hate cars. I hate cars more than anything in the world. Just want to say that. But I'm back and the car problems aren't fixed yet, but I still have to record, and I'll at least have a little bit of time in which I can record, and hopefully the car problems can just get out of the way pretty soon after that. And I'm also back with this new mic, and it looks like I've been beaten up because of my acne, but I'm so excited. It took me a few days to get to this, but I'm so excited for Identity, man. Identity, It's Not Over, and that's the third of the 3 subunits they've announced, of course, and we all thought it was going to end up getting us all the way to the 24 number, but now I suppose probably pretty soon we're going to have the actual OT24 debut, where they'll bring in the last few members that they haven't already. But I have already done on the Patreon, me just checking out these new members and getting to know them just from their character films and everything. Of course, don't know them very well yet. That's why I'm excited for Limujin service, at least with Unsong, to get to know him better. But I'm sure I'll check out the MV behind for this as well and stuff. But yes, I'm very, very excited for this. I don't really know what else to say, but I'm so excited because, their comebacks have always been great. Their debut is great. Yep, Yes We Are was great, and now very excited for It's Not Over. So make sure you subscribe for more Identity reactions. Check out the Patreon for free for months using the link in the description for more Identity reactions on there. No other boy group will get as many reactions from me as Identity will, of course. So very excited for them. So let's check out Kids Return. Next morning, they learned after Artemis, whatever it was, Virtual Angel. Have to look closely for the new members, of course. There's one. Ooh. I feel like I heard that this was supposed to be more of a pop-based unit than the other two. I heard that a while ago. Damn. They do different genres every time, but they always slap. Sorry, kids are untouchable. I've been saying that for a long time. Video is interesting. There's like backrooms there. That's very clearly backroom was fine. Oh man, it's so groovy. Oh, very, very different type of video than the past two. The past several. Damn, like this song is just so grand and powerful the whole way through. Oh. Yeah, the choreo looks awesome. Oh. Oh. Man. Yes. Oh my god. Never disappointed. Like it feels like a perfect follow-up to Yes We Are to Pretty Boy Swag because like we just started off with You Never Met. We have 3 songs that are all super sick. They show how like cool and hip they are and they're all like such addictive songs, but they kind of have a more of a subtle like suave feeling in a way. And the Pretty Boy Swag definitely feels like it's a sign of what's coming. It feels like it's like building up. It's like, hey, we're, we've come a long way. I don't know how we're going to get there, but we're going to get there. It's like looking towards the future. It's like we're rising in the world. We're not just cool street boys anymore. Like we're rising up and doing more. Now this feels like a big like new return. It's like kids return. Yes. God, I love it when I'm talking about my thoughts of a song and I accidentally say the title. But this feels like it's like, okay, we're here now. Like we found something. We're being big and strong and powerful. Like it's not as much of a we're still going up. It's like here we've got a big like specific sound. Like we found our sound now. Like this is what we've been building up to, and we're just gonna keep going up from this. I'm sure this is not the end, of course, but with these being like the 3 pre-debut units, it's been like starting off more chill and then going up, and now this feels like it's a big in your face. It's like, ooh, this is what we have to offer, and it's very cool, man. It still feels so very identity, but like I did hear a while ago that You Never Met was supposed to be the hip hop unit. Then Yes We Are, the EDM, and this one would be more pop and rock, I think, is what I heard. And this like I don't think there's any rock influence. I still don't know if that's actually what I heard. It could have been another genre even, but like it feels poppy definitely. But I would say it's almost like similar to Pretty Boy Swag, except for it just is super vibrant and powerful the whole way through, and it doesn't have as much of a kind of up and down as Pretty Boy Swag does, because that feels like more raw and natural. And it's like, yeah, we're just building up through the whole song, and it feels very inspiring. But again, this one's like totally in your face the whole way through, and it felt weird, like we were just dropped in, and the whole way it was like so fun to listen to, so addictive. And again, just feels like they've like found their sound totally, and they aren't like striving for more. It's like, yeah, this is what we've been preparing for, and like has a very like funky like groovy vibe that the others don't really have. But I would say probably Pretty Boy Swag is the closest to it, because like again, Pretty Boy Swag wasn't EDM even though the rest of that album was. So I wonder what the B-sides will be like for this. But this does feel like a kind of new direction or just new side of identity, while still totally feeling like it fits the group. Like if you ever played me the song without telling me what artist it was, I would be like, oh, that sounds like it would be something Identity would release already. I use this word when talking about lots of other groups when they have new releases, but Identity feels like they have a very solid identity. And just every time I hear a new song from them, it's like, okay, yeah, that feels like it fits the group. And this absolutely does, but still finding a way to take it in a new direction while keeping the core identity of them, which is, the down to earth street boys that are, just trying to seem very relatable and like they're just trying to find their way in the world or whatever. But now they've gotten a bit more confident and like they're just totally having fun in this one. So absolutely love it. Again, can't wait for the album. Of course, I'll do that on Patreon, but let's get into it one more time. Turn it up, yeah, I'm gonna have to really focus, because again, kind of in the same way as Pretty Boy Swag, I remember in that saying that we didn't get as much of a focus on the new members as I would have liked. In this, I was kind of overwhelmed by a lot of it, so I didn't catch all of it. I don't know if they did it more in this one, but I feel like I remember at least a few shots of just the new members, so I'm hoping that they do more of a focus on them. And of course, I'm sure they're gonna have a music video for the It's Not Over track again, like they did with the first 2. But just from watching it the first time, I wasn't getting as much of the like storyline of Pretty Boy Swag, of like seeing the 2 units come together. But I have to focus in more, because just starting off here, 1 2 3, so starting off here, there's 15 of them, so I would assume that's just the first 2 units. So maybe there is a story of them getting the new one. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing it's the new 5 members just breaking through there. So restart it. So when I first started it, I was like distracted by this, and I was like, oh, we're already in it. I was kind of surprised by how quickly it felt like it started. But yeah, it seems like first 2 units here. Then I'm guessing the new 5 members break through. So that's cool. Okay, so it starts off with Joohyun, then switches to Jooho. So it's not like in Pretty Boy Swag where they had the Yes We Are section and the You Never Met section. They're just mixing it in from the start, of course. But I hope especially the new members get enough of a chance to shine in this amongst the other 15. The purple hair on Changwon looks very cool. Like, yeah, again, it progresses so quickly that I'm like, feel like I'm not ready for it. It's like we're already in the pre-chorus and I'm already like getting all hyped. It feels like it goes by too quickly. I'm not used to K-pop songs. Like usually either they just start off with a chorus and then they get back into the more basic first verse, or they start off with a, you know, less energetic first verse and gradually build up. But this one just feels like from the beginning, it's like already like we're going. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just love the way all their voices sound. Like they have to have some sort of like effect on their voices that makes them sound more kind of digital in a way, and it just gives a lot of flair to the vocals. I do feel like there's a lot happening in the music video very quickly, and just with the fact that there's so many members, it's kind of hard to focus on everything that's happening, because again, like, it's very different from any of the other music videos in that it's not as structured, and it feels like it's just a ton of shots of them doing a bunch of random stuff and just kind of, you know, having fun just doing random stuff in random locations. And that's kind of Identity's concept in a way. So like it worked in like You Never Met's era. Like for the You Never Met music video, they were kind of doing stuff like that, but there's only 8 of them there. So like you could still feel like you're getting a good taste of like each member, as well as just feeling like you could keep track of everything that's going on in the music video a bit easier than this, because this feels like it's just so many different places and hard to keep track of everything I'm watching. And the song being so energetic doesn't help either. Yeah, I like this backroom section. It's interesting. I do feel like I'm very overwhelmed the whole time, and like I love overwhelming music, but for the music video I'm like wanting to focus on it more, but I feel like I'm just constantly being torn back and forth between the music video and the song, so it's like being hard to focus a bit. Like there's a lot of cool sets like that, just this bedroom here. There's so many parts that just feel so triple S to me. Like that reminds me of Girls Never Die music video. So I'm sleeping in this like empty looking building, but I'm like, it looks like a cool set and makes me think of like, oh, what's the inspiration behind this? Because it's just supposed to have that feeling of, you know, they're free, just living on the streets kind of, and they just put up a bed in this random empty building and then just set up a little mini living space for themselves, because, you know, they're street boys wandering around all the time. Like, it's a cool idea, but there's so much going on. There's all the color grading, like all the colors really pop out very nicely. Who is that? Is that Sungju? I think that's Sungju. He looks very cool. Absolutely my favorite member. There's all the like bright neon pink and stuff in the background. Very cool. Again, when I'm focusing on the music video and trying to, you know, take in all the very gorgeous sets they have and just the color grading and everything, and there's a lot of interesting shots like this where it's like the geometry is kind of weird. Like there's not many shots where they're just looking into the camera and like performing for the camera. And just thinking back to like Pretty Boy Swag, like I don't know if there was a whole lot of it in that music video either, but that one it felt like we were going on kind of a ride, kind of a story. So that one felt like we didn't need as many like close-up shots. But in this one it feels like we're just showing a bunch of cool locations, but it's almost feels like a more like voyeuristic or in security cameras or something. Like we're just watching each location from afar, and the boys are kind of just like going back and forth in front of the cameras, and they aren't like performing for the cameras as much. So like, when I focus in, I can appreciate each individual set, and they all look very, very cool, and just every shot is very, very nice. But again, when I do that, I start to lose track of the song that I'm listening to, because that's just going by so quickly. And since the song isn't going like up and down a lot, it's staying consistent. It's like hard to take all of it in at once. When we have these choreo scenes, it's very refreshing. It's like, okay, I can focus on what I'm watching now. Why? Why'd he shoot it? Like it's very, very EDM-y still. It's definitely more vocal focused than most of the like Yes We Are songs probably were. I don't know. Yeah, for Pretty Boy Swag, again, that's always an outlier because that wasn't really EDM, even though the album was EDM-y. But this one feels like it goes harder in the EDM, but also harder on the vocals. Like the vocals are just as much of a part of the EDM or the instrumental almost, and just all the very vibrant sounds that are happening all feel like they're very like well mixed and just feels like a very, very succinct song. It's not like, ooh, this vocal part is interesting and this instrumental is interesting. Is like they're just so melded together that it's just very, very smooth experience. But that can make it so it's harder to focus on it just because there aren't as many individual parts that like stick out from the rest. It's all just so consistent, but it's consistently amazing. So I love it. I love those like vibrations of like yeah, all their voices sound so good. Yeah, they're going hard for the choreo here, man. God, it's good. They got a la 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 in there. Man, it's so good. When I let it just ride, it's like I don't even know what I'm focusing on, but I just love it. Dude. Could it be the best Identity title track yet? Ah. Okay, just at the end there, I had to give up on focusing on either the song or the music video and just let my attention just constantly ping pong back and forth between them. And when you do that, it's like definitely the most effective. And man, it's so hype. It's so addictive, so pleasant to listen to. Like just one of those songs that like tickles your ear the whole way through. And I just feel like I could listen to it over and over and over again. And like it would take a lot of listening to it to even remember all the specific parts just because it's all such a big jumble. There's so much going on, but you know, the songs that are like that are the ones that I really love listening to the most, man. And like, it feels crazy to say it because I've loved all Identity title tracks so much, but just thinking back, like all three of You Never Met songs were so good. And Pretty Boy Swag was like, it didn't hook me in as much from the first listen, but then the more I listened to it, the more it grew on me. And now it's like, it's so good. And that gets stuck in my head every time I listen to it as well. But comparing it to the rest, like all of Identity's title tracks are just peak for me. They're all like completely on the same level, but I think this one honestly might be like just above the other ones already. And with how much I love the other ones, it's crazy to think that I think this is probably my favorite Identity title track already. So wow, you know, obviously I was very hyped beforehand for a new Identity comeback because I do love them, but it had been a few months since I'd, you know, checked out any Identity content, so I wasn't thinking about them as much. So I like wasn't as much in the mindset of like, oh, I need Identity right now, because like it hadn't been that long ago, so I wasn't like missing them, but it also was long enough ago that I wasn't remembering like all the members as much and I wasn't seeing them as often. But now after listening to this, like, oh god, I'm excited for Identity again, man. I'm so excited to check out the album and everything. So that's just the main thing I'm feeling right now. But I still feel like I missed so much. I feel like I didn't take in most of the video, and like I don't know how I actually feel about it because of that. Because like again, every shot is so cool. Like I love all the neon like colors that they have in the backgrounds of so many shots, and it's just a bunch of basic street stuff like they've done in their other music videos, but just keep adding those brightly colored lights and everything in the background that just make it feel so alive and so like, you know, electronic. Like honestly, when I think about it, it feels like a combination between Triple S and Artemis is what this music video feels like. It has the street stuff that is Triple S's total vibe. They're very much like counterparts to each other in that way. Like they have very different music styles overall, but they both have the very down to earth concept where they're trying to feel relatable in different ways. But obviously Identity just does it in a more like kind of hip street way, but they're both just, you know, on the streets of Seoul or whatever, and they have that vibe, but then they have all the like neon lights and stuff that feels more hazy and like you're in a trance while watching it. And that's very, very Artemis. Like again, it feels like a combination between Virtual Angel, which I mentioned at the beginning because they had the epilepsy warning, which they didn't have at the beginning of the Virtual Angel video. And they had to add it to the subtitles later because people complained about that. But their music videos have a lot of, you know, bright lights and stuff. And they also kind of take place in like real locations and like they're on the streets a lot. But, you know, Artemis has all the lore of them like going into TVs and stuff. And like this totally feels like a combination of those two vibes of the Triple S and Artemis vibe. So basically, you know, Morehouse has their style as a company just locked down, and I just love every single thing they put out. So in terms of the just vibe of or aesthetic of the music video, like I love every single shot, but I will say again, probably even more than Pretty Boy Swag, which makes sense because there's more other members, but I feel like I didn't get enough of a look at the new members as much as I would like to. And of course, we still will have the It's Not Over music video, so we'll get to see them there. But I always want more of an introduction. Like I just remember Juhan gets the first line in the beginning here, so it's like, okay, you see him here, and that's cool. But then it's very quickly into other members and stuff. And I just remember one part with Inchan and his nose is bleeding, and that like sticks in your head more. But the other members, I don't even really remember seeing them, honestly. Like I remember seeing their names in the subtitles and stuff, but like just with how much is going on, like I don't even really remember seeing them in the music video. So it's just kind of a critique. But if they're just wanting to go fully in on just making the music video fit the identity vibe and just have it work on its own and not using it as much to introduce the new members, like I get that because again they're gonna do it for the actual unit song later, so can't forgive that because of how much I loved it. But also just for the music video, I don't know if there was a way where they could do it where it's a bit more kind of or like a bit less overwhelming to where you can actually follow along everything that's happening, because maybe if you had a few less locations and you just let shots kind of rest in different locations a bit more, then they could actually be more memorable. Because now it feels like I know there's a bunch of cool things that I saw, but like they aren't sticking in my head as much just because like as soon as I could process one, it was just on to the next one. So it was like it's a revolving door in my mind of like one thing entering and then leaving. So I don't know if that's a full critique because I do like the vibe and I feel like it matches the kind of feeling I get from the song. So it's definitely not a critique. I'm just not sure if I would want to like return to this music video as much as other identity music videos as of now. Yeah, for an experience, I do think it's very succinct and I highly respect it. And I think it's an incredible, incredible comeback. And it might be just my favorite title track yet. And I don't know about the rest of the album, but definitely could be my favorite title track. So for initial rating, I think for the song, the only thing about the song is it's going to take me a while to not think of different things whenever I hear the lines "kids are untouchable." That's always kind of, it's like I totally agree on that, but it's just it kind of takes me out of the song for a second because it just sounds a little amusing to me. But you know, I do fully support that message. But I would say as a song overall, just how it sounds, like it's so hyped the whole way through. I just love fun boy group songs like this. Like this is probably my favorite genre of general boy group song, and just think it's their best yet. So I would say solid 95 for initial rating, man. And I'm sure that's their highest initial rating they've gotten so far. And usually their past title tracks have grown on me the more I've listened to them as well. So who knows, this could be song of the year or something. But definitely incredible song. And then for the music video, there's a lot I love about it, and like I don't have any real critiques, just things where I'm like, oh, I kind of was wanting this more, but I can't really criticize the fact that they didn't do it that way. So I would say still overall like a strong 8.5, like bordering on a 9. Like it's still very visually pleasing and I love the aesthetic and vibe of it. Just I do feel like it might be a little harder for it to stick in my head than some other music videos by them. So overall, definitely absolutely loved it. Can't wait to do more reactions to them immediately after this. So check out the album and the Unsung Limujin service on the Patreon right now, of course. Let me know what you thought about this comeback. And yeah, excited. So excited for more. So see you in the next video.